Welcome. Today we study Unit 16, Bones, العظام. We read page 40 together, slowly, and I translate every medical term into Arabic. 3 sections. A. Bones. B. Fractures. C. Treatment of fractures. Then we solve page 41. The title. Unit 16. Bones. 1. Is a bone. عظم. More than one. Bones. عظام. Collocations. Bone marrow. نخاع العظم. Bone density. كثافة العظم. Section A. Bones. We read. Some common English names for bones. بعض الأسماء الإنجليزية الشائعة للعظام. Common means everyday. The table has 2 columns, the English name and the anatomical name. This difference matters for you as doctors. The English name is the everyday word, الاسم الشائع, used by your patient. The anatomical name is Latin or Greek, الاسم التشريحي, used in the medical report. In Arabic, one classical term serves both, الجمجمة, for skull and cranium. Row 1. Skull. Anatomically, cranium. الجمجمة. وهي العلبة العظمية التي تحمي الدماغ. The adjective is cranial. قفي. The operation. Craniotomy. حج القف. Collocation. To sustain a skull fracture. Row 2. Jawbone. Mandible. عظم الفك السفلي. The mandible is the lower jaw only. The upper jaw is the maxilla. الفك العلوي. Collocation. A dislocated jaw. فك مخلوع. Row 3. Spine. Vertebral column. العمود الفقري. One bone is a vertebra. فقرة. Irregular plural. Vertebrae. فقرات. Collocation. Spinal injury. Row 4. Breastbone. Sternum. عظم القص. The flat bone in the middle of the chest. Adjective, sternal. Operation, sternotomy, شق القص, used in heart surgery. Row 5. Rib, costa, الضلع, والجمع الأضلاع. Costal, ضلعي. Intercostal means between the ribs, بين الأضلاع. He broke 2 ribs. Row 6. Collarbone, clavicle, الترقوة. Adjective, clavicular. Row 7. Shoulder blade, scapula, لوح الكتف, a flat bone on the back. Collocation, the pain radiates to the scapula. ينتشر الألم إلى لوح الكتف. Row 8. Thigh bone, femur, عظم الفخذ, the longest bone in the body. Adjective, femoral, the femoral artery, الشريان الفخذي. A common hospital collocation, a fractured neck of femur, كسر عنق الفخذ, in elderly patients. Row 9. Kneecap, patella, الرضفة. Adjective, patellar, the patellar reflex, المنعكس الرضفي. Row 10. Shin bone, tibia, عظم الضنبوب. The thin bone beside it is the fibula, الشظية. Remember, a stress fracture of the tibia. We need it at the end. Now a useful pattern. The anatomical noun gives the adjective. Cranium, cranial. Sternum, sternal. Clavicle, clavicular. Femur, femoral. Tibia, tibial. وفي العربية نشتق الصفة من الجذر نفسه بياء النسب. فخذ، فخذي. وضلع، ضلعي. Section B. Fractures. الكسور. A fracture is a break in a bone. الكسر هو انقطاع في استمرارية العظم. Fracture is a noun and a verb. He fractured his femur. Collocations: sustain a fracture, treat a fracture heals. Picture 1. Green stick fracture. الكسر الغصني. The bone bends but does not break completely, like a green branch. It occurs mainly in children, لأن عظامهم لينة. Picture 2. Displaced fracture. الكسر المنزاح. The pieces move out of position. Word forms: displace, displacement, إزاحة, displaced. Opposite, undisplaced. Picture 3. Comminuted fracture. الكسر المفتت. The bone is broken into several pieces. Picture 4. Impacted fracture. الكسر المنحشر. The pieces are pushed together, one into the other. Picture 5. Open or compound fracture. الكسر المفتوح. There is a break in the skin. Opposite, a closed fracture. كسر مغلق. High risk of infection. خطر العدوى. So it is a surgical emergency. Under the pictures, 2 more types. A pathological fracture. الكسر المرضي. A fracture in a diseased bone with a tumor or osteoporosis. هشاشة العظام. And a fatigue or stress fracture. كسر الإجهاد. Due to repeated minor trauma. رضح بسيط متكرر. As in long-distance running. Due to plus a noun means because of, بسبب. Section C. Treatment of fractures. معالجة الكسور. When the fragments of a broken bone heal and join together, they unite. Fragments are the broken pieces, شظايا العظم. Heal, يلتئم. Unite, يلتحم. The noun, union, الالتحام, and union may be promoted, تعزيز الالتحام. Union is promoted by reducing the fracture. Our key term, to reduce a fracture, رد الكسر. That is, replacing the fragments in their anatomical position, إعادة الشظايا إلى وضعها التشريحي. The noun is reduction, the رد. Closed reduction and open reduction, رد مغلق ومفتوح. After reduction, excessive movement is prevented by fixation, the تثبيت. External, خارجي, a splint, جبيرة, or a plaster of Paris cast, قالب جبسي. Internal, داخلي, a pin, مسمار, or a plate and screws, صفيحة وبراغي. Collocations, apply a cast, insert a pin, fix a fracture. A displaced fracture which is not reduced may result in malunion. Malunion is incomplete or incorrect union, سوء الالتحام. The prefix mal means bad or wrong, سوء. Malformation, تشوه, malabsorption, malnutrition, سوء التغذية. And may result in means يؤدي إلى. At the bottom, a note. The verb reduce has 3 meanings in medicine. 1, to make smaller, يخفض. We'd better reduce the dose of your tablets. 2, in surgery, to return to the anatomical position, يرد. A hernia can be reduced by manipulation, رد الفك. 3, in chemistry, to remove oxygen, يختزل. Nitric acid is a reducing agent, عامل مختزل. Quickly, the word families. Reduce, reduction. Fix, fixation. Unite, union, malunion. Displace, displacement. Now, page 41, the exercises. Exercise 16.1. Label the diagram using words from the box. To label is يضع تسمية. The words in the box are in alphabetical order, not the order of the answers. Number 1. The head. The answer, skull. الجمجمة. The cranium. Number 2. The lower face. The answer, jawbone. عظم الفك. The mandible. Number 3. The column of small bones. The answer, spine. العمود الفقري. Number 4. The flat bone of the chest. The answer, breastbone. عظم القص. The sternum. Number 5. The chest wall. The answer, rib. الضلع. The costa. Number 6. Between the shoulder and the neck. The answer, collarbone. الترقوة. The clavicle. Number 7. On the back view. The answer, shoulder blade. لوح الكتف. The scapula. Number 8. The upper leg. The answer, thigh bone. عظم الفخذ. The femur. Number 9. The front of the knee. The answer, kneecap. الرضفة. The patella. Number 10. The front of the lower leg. The answer, shin bone. عظم الذنبوب. The tibia. Exercise 16.2. Match the types of fracture with the descriptions.
To match is يطابق. Keywords: a break in the skin, انقطاع في الجلد, bent, منثنٍ, several pieces, عدة قطع, separated, متباعدة, pushed together, متراصة. 1. Open. There is a break in the skin, so 1 matches with A.
2. Comminuted, المفتت, broken into several pieces. 2 matches with C. 3. Displaced, المنزاح, the pieces are separated. 3 matches with D. 4. Greenstick, الغصني, the bone is bent, mainly in children. 4 matches with B. 5. Impacted, المنحشر, the pieces are pushed together. 5 matches with E. Exercise 16.3. Complete the extract. مقتطف. Blank a fracture involves returning the bones to as near their original position as possible. If a fracture heals in a displaced position, the fracture will blank, but it may go on to blank. Gap 1. Returning the bones to their original position is reduction. The answer: reducing. Raddul kasr. Gap 2. The bone still joins. The answer: unite. Yaltahim. After will, the base form. Gap 3. The union is in a wrong position, so malunion. Su'ul iltiham. Go on to plus a noun means yamdi ila. Finally, the over to you question. A stress fracture of the tibia in a young dancer. Kasru ijhed fi azmi dhumbub. The cause: not one accident, but repeated minor trauma from training. Radhun mutakarrir. The management: rest, a gradual return to training, calcium, and vitamin D. That is the end of Unit 16, Bones. Review the table and practice the collocations. Reduce a fracture. Apply a cast. Insert a pin. A fracture unites. Thank you for your attention.